Esse podcast é um oferecimento de Samsung Galaxy AI. E sabe o que mais ele te oferece? Que tal um intérprete em tempo real na palma das suas mãos para você nunca mais ter problemas em viagens ou reuniões? E falando em viagens, não precisa mais ficar com aquela foto torta. Com a câmera aprimorada, você deixa sua foto genial sem ter que baixar outros apps. Tem tanta coisa que o Samsung Galaxy AI pode fazer por você. Clica aí no banner para descobrir o que. Galaxy AI, a inteligência artificial nas suas mãos.
A common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC. Breaking news, WABC.
And you guys, you cannot make this up. The Biden administration quietly renewed a very controversial $10 billion Iranian sanction waiver after the election.
Rita, we gave them another $10 billion?
We gave them access to another $10 billion. Is that not incredible, John?
Oh, my God. I mean, my face went cold.
Yeah, this is Tony Carbonetti's stunning.
Did they at least outline what terrorist activities they spent the last $10 billion on?
Yeah, at
That's
least
right.
$10
You want to
billion.
get your money's worth,
Right.
Tony.
Tell us where they're spending the money.
Isn't this disgusting?
Drones?
You got to stop giving these guys money.
You really imagine that. By the way, I want to make a nomination of President-elect Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Because unlike Obama, who got it just for the fact of being elected, Trump, having gone around Europe, made the phone calls, having the conversations, he's already moved the needle in the Middle East.
And I'll second that.
And in Asia and in Europe. And good for him.
And he may get Time Person of the Year.
But is he
Yeah,
on?
I understand we've got
Mr. Goodwin is on.
Yeah, we've got Michael Goodwin.
Well, with us today is Michael Goodwin, an award-winning columnist and for the New York Post and contributor to Fox News and Fox Business. Well, Michael, it's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Tell us all the problems we have in New York and in the world.
Well, I'll try to give you a couple of New York, John. How's that?
Okay.
I don't think we have enough time even for that. Look, my column today, I write about Governor Hochul and this idea she has for a refund, inflation refund checks to be sent out to New Yorkers. And it would cost something like $3 billion. And it's just the silliest idea I've ever heard, that she thinks people are going to stay, if they're thinking of leaving New York, they're going to stay for $300 or $400 maybe next year sometime. I mean, it's a silly idea, and it just shows, I think, how she's got no good ideas for reforming Albany, for making New York a place where people want to be, not where it's just for those who can't escape. I'm shocked that she went public with this plan, and it just does not do the trick, and it makes her look very small, and I think it's an idea that makes her look foolish, frankly.
Is that her attempt to get votes from the masses and say, because what percentage of New York State residents pay any taxes at all?
Yeah, look, obviously it's only for taxpayers, it seems to be. But, at the same time, she's raised the congestion tax on New Yorkers. So, as I say in the column, she gives with one hand and takes with the other. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Why not just fund the MTA in a different way if that's your issue? And you don't even need to give this money away. If you have this money to give away, $3 billion, why are you doing the congestion tax at all, which is supposed to raise at most $1 billion a year? It's that kind of thinking that you say, who's making these decisions up there? Who's talking to her? Who's giving her these ideas?
I mean, the worst thing that happens is now they're talking about taking Fifth Avenue, and me and you know Fifth Avenue. We both live in Manhattan, and go down to 3 lanes?
And then they'll complain the city is congested, right? That's one of the arguments against congestion pricing, is that the city policies have added enormously to the congestion, whether it's the bicycle lanes, which sometimes reduce a 4-lane road to 2 lanes, the double parking rules that they only enforce sporadically. So, I mean, on and on and on. They don't do anything to time the lights so that you're moving even along the West Side Highway. It's an anti-car attitude that's in the Department of Transportation, and now they're going to try to make some money out of it as well.
We need the quality of life back to New York City or New York and Manhattan, because the people that spend $1 zillion in Manhattan on restaurants, on Ubers, on taxis, and every doctors, those people, we're losing them. And you can't keep losing them.
Well, that's right. I mean, you're seeing a couple of 100,000 people in recent times, and it's not just the wealthy; it's families with young children who don't want to be in the school system. They see a failing school system. The cost of child care is enormous. I mean, the cost of living is fundamentally one of the biggest problems. It's just piling tax on top of tax on top of tax. So the cost of energy, right, rents or owning, the property taxes are so out of whack. She doesn't reform any of that. She doesn't make any effort. She doesn't talk about it. She doesn't fight with the legislature over the tax and spending structure. The state budget is now $237 billion. That's up almost $100 billion more than it was just 10 years ago.
In addition to the city is how much now? And when I ran for mayor, I remember it was $45 billion 10 years ago.
It's like 110 now, $110 billion. And that doesn't count, of course, the MTA budget, right, which is another sinkhole where people are, $750 million a year because people beat the fare. And she doesn't really do anything about that. That's, I think, the thing, John, that strikes me about her and why her poll numbers are so low. She's just pulled a disappearing act. She's never there. You don't see her come forward. The Daniel Penny case, right? Nothing, right? Nothing. She doesn't say to Alvin Bragg, this is a mistake.
Yeah, she should have said enough is enough.
Why are you trying to drive businesses out of New York? None of that. She takes no responsibility for all of the problems.
I know. And if we don't fix New York City and New York State, then someday we're going to have to move. I mean, I hate to do it. I want to stay in New York, Michael. Well, Michael Goodwin, Pulitzer Prize winner, New York Post, and contributor to Fox Business and Fox News. Thank you so much for coming on, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and we'll catch up again real soon.
Thank you, John. The same to you.